What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about how much money I've been making buying and selling already graded PSA cards, and not just PSA cards, because I do have a couple Beckett graded cards that I have been buying and selling too, and I will be showing you guys what I have left in stock, as well as what I have sold and how much I sold it for, and the total profit and the net income, all that kind of good stuff. Now, funnily enough, I actually just sold this Beckett graded card here, so I'm going to show you what it is first and show you how much I bought it for, how much I sold it for. And I just love Beckett slabs because they're so thick. So this is actually a Beckett graded 9 Aerodactyl. I keep thinking to say PSA 9, but it's just Beckett graded 9 mint card, first edition, Aerodactyl holographic fossil card. Now, I actually bought this slab on eBay for $78, which is the most I've ever spent on any slab ever. I usually try to keep the price of my slabs quite low when I'm purchasing them, and you'll see when I go through the rest of them how low they have been. But this one was, when I checked like the PSA grades that they were selling for and the Beckett grades they were selling for, it seemed like such a good deal. So I actually bought this for $78, and this morning, after maybe 3 or 4 hours up on eBay and getting tons of offers but rejecting most of them, I actually ended up selling this for $125, or $128 if you want to include the shipping. So a really decent profit on such a beautiful card right here. So we'll go through the rest that I have yet to sell. So let's go from the bottom upwards. This is a Hitmonlee PSA 8 card. Now, I actually haven't listed this anywhere. I haven't listed it on eBay. I haven't listed it on Mercari. It's a beautiful slab. I really love you know, the vintage slabs, the holographic vintage slabs. So haven't sold this one yet. I'm hoping to sell it in maybe a couple more days. I'm really desperately trying to get rid of all these slabs because I need capital to invest in other areas of Pokemon that I've been wanting to get into. So this is a Charizard from the XY series. It's actually a Black Star promo. I hadn't really seen this card floating around too much. It's only a PSA 7. But it was really cheap. And I actually forgot to tell you how much I bought this Hitmonlee for. I bought the Hitmonlee for $22, $21.99. I should be able to sell that for a profit. This Charizard was $29, which I don't think is too bad. Charizards are expensive. Charizards are pretty easy to flip. You'll see the fact that I've sold a lot of other Charizards later on in this video for a huge profit. Then we have this Pokemon Communication. I actually won this in an auction in Japan for $19.95. And some of you might be thinking, wow, it's a trainer card, a common one at that. Why'd you pay so much? Well, there's only one PSA 9 in the world, and there's only 3 of these ever graded. And it's also from the Heart Gold, Soul Silver series, and it has a Pikachu on it. All of those things combined kind of make sense for me to purchase it. I'm looking to sell this quite soon, hopefully. Now we have an older division card. As you can see, the PSA back of the new ones are completely different to the older ones, so you can tell this one was graded some time ago as it doesn't have the E code on the back. This is one of my favorites. I bought this for $20, a PSA 10 Gem Mint first edition Japanese trainer card, full art from Red Flash. It's Giovanni's scheme, and I love Giovanni. I think Giovanni cards sell so well. They're so easy to flip. I listed this actually, I think $100, which is probably way too much. I'm gonna lower it soon. It's been on the market for about a week now, so I'm looking to move that quite soon. Now we have this one. This is the lowest grade I've ever received, or ever bought, should I say. So I bought this Groudon for $12. It's a PSA 3 Groudon. I think this card is so cool. So it's actually supposed to go like this, and the rest of the card, so it's like a half card. It's really weird. From the Legend series, called Clash of the Summit. It's a holographic, obviously. Now, why did I buy a PSA 3 at $12? Well, to grade a card is around $12, so I thought it'd be pretty easy to flip. I've had it for probably 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm looking at around $30 for it, which is probably too high, and I'm just gonna sell it for like $15 to $20 probably. So the last one is one of my favorites, and I'm still unsure if I really want to sell this, and I'm only gonna sell it if it sells for a high price. This is a low population, high grade, and a beautiful card. It is a Blastoise and Ash Cardass Vending Series 6 Satoshi card, PSA 9 mint. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this card. I bought it really cheap. I got all my list next to me here. I bought it for $17.50 on an auction late at night on eBay. So yeah, it's pretty easy to flip that one, but I'm trying to flip it for a large profit rather than just selling it for a couple dollars more here or there. So I actually started flipping cards maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've already sold 14 different slabs, and I've made a huge profit. I made a profit on every single one. So I'm going to go through one by one each of the cards with a picture next to them, how much I sold them for. So the first one is Misty's Tears. I bought it at a PSA 8, as you can see, for $40, and it actually came with this card too. It was a throw-in. It's also a Beckett graded card, but it's from BCCG, and as you can see here, it has a massive crack, and the guy just said, hey, like, I want to get rid of this, can I throw this in for like $2 or $3 more? So I said, yeah, sure, why not? I was going to make a profit whether I wanted it or not. So this is here, and I'm probably going to sell it for about 10 bucks at the end of the day. It's really not something that's going to go for a lot because of the crack on the case. A really gorgeous card, and I don't think the card's damaged at all. It's definitely just a surface scratch more than anything else. So I bought the Misty's Tears card for $40. There was a PSA A, and I sold it for $80. So I doubled my money straight away. That was one of my best sales. I think any banned card is definitely worth your purchase just because they're so sought after in the USA or Australia or the UK, because they're a banned card, and there's not that many of them. I mean, Japanese cards are printed way less than English cards. Next we had a Mew Hidden Fates, and I bought that for $15, managed to flip it for $24. It was a nice promo, and it was pretty easy to flip. Now the next one I actually found a really good auction. It was the Charizard, Detective Pikachu Charizard holographic, and I bought it for $10 at auction, and I sold it for $35, a $25 profit, over 100% profit. That includes the shipping and everything. I was so stoked about that. And another Hidden Fates card that I sold, I bought a Raichu Hidden Fates promo. Now that card is it's not a really cool card. There's so many. I have maybe 8 of them raw in my cupboard because I opened so many Hidden Fates tins. They're really easy to grade. I think it was only a PSA 9 or something, and I bought it for $6 in auction, and I thought any card that's kind of like a PSA 8 or above that is cheaper than what someone paid to grade it is worth purchasing. I actually ended up holding on to it for about 2 weeks. It took so long to sell. A lot of people interested, and I ended up selling it for $14, which is double profit again, which was really good. Next was Boss's Orders, and like I said, Giovanni cards are really sought after, really good, and it was a first edition Boss's Orders, and I actually sold it to one of my best friends. I bought it for $9.97, sold it to him for $18, but I was actually asking for a lot more from other people, but he really wanted it, so of course I was going to give it to him. Next was a first edition Eevee from Jungle. From the same seller, I bought 4 cards on a PSA auction from the same seller. 3 of them were $9.97. So we have an Eevee first edition at $9.97. We also had an Abra first edition Team Rocket for $9.97, and then I had a Tauros from him, but it was like $11.50. So the Eevee sold for $17, just about double, just under double, should I say. The Tauros was only a $3 profit at $15.99, and then the Abra was $15, so about $6 profit. Now, because previously I had a Hitmonlee, this is the reason why I bought another one. I bought a Hitmonlee at $19.50 and ended up selling it for $33, which was really high. So I thought this one was a little bit more expensive at $22, so I went and bought another one. So I sold a Hitmonlee at $33. I had a weird Blaziken also. It was the same as this, the BCCG. It was a PSA 9, I believe. It was a cool promo from Gen 3, and I sold it for double what I paid for it. It was $9.13. I sold it for $18. Also had one of those Espeons from the Neo series, the promo ones, bought it for $18.50, only sold it for $22. I found that one a little bit difficult to sell, but a profit nonetheless. Now, this may have been my highest purchase at 75, but before that it was a Heracross. It was only a PSA 4, and I took a huge risk on this one. I bought it for $45, a PSA 4 for $45. Now, Heracross is a great Pokemon, one that usually sells for a high price, and I ended up selling it for $10 more than what I paid for it. So every single PSA card I have bought, I have managed to make a profit on. So overall, in the last 3 weeks, just selling PSA cards, I've made $475.98. Now, how much of that is actual profit? $192.94. So over the course of 3 weeks, making almost $200 purely off of flipping PSA cards on eBay. You know, I'm not having to grade them. I'm not having to wait, you know, 4 months for PSA to get back to me. I am literally just buying them off of eBay and then selling them either back on eBay, on Mercari, or on Facebook Marketplace. You know, I've not had any of these cards for more than 2 weeks. I think my oldest one might be this PSA, these two here, the Heart Gold and Silver one and the Clash of the Summit one. And then probably these two next. And I just got this the other day. I got this week. I got this last week. And this one I haven't even tried to sell yet because, you know, it's a cracked case. I might be using it as like a throw-in with another one of these to try to tempt people. But yeah, flipping PSA cards is really not that difficult. I am going to make a video on how I do it. I mean, there is a certain strategy that I use to buy and sell PSA cards. It's not as easy as going on to eBay and filtering through hundreds and hundreds of, you know, listings. I'm having a great time selling these PSA cards, and I hope this might give you some incentive to do the same as I'm doing. It's very easy to make, you know, $200 in 3 weeks, which you can reinvest into Pokemon. You can buy yourself 2 booster boxes, you know, that's really cool. But later on in the week or next week, I'm going to be doing a video on how to flip PSA cards. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.